Second video I want to make tonight. I got to call my fiance. She keeps ringing my phone, so I don't want her to get mad at me. So I'll call her in a little bit. Second video I'll make tonight. Kentucky just passed constitutional carry. 16 states now. I think the other 34 need to get their shit together. 34 that don't want to follow the Constitution. Texas and Oklahoma should be on that list. Oklahoma passed theirs, but it doesn't really become a law until, I think, November. Kentucky has just passed constitutional carry. I was checking on the NRA webpage. That's how I found out about it. It gives me satisfaction that liberals are crying about it. I'm not going to say any names, but I found a few liberals on some social media platforms crying about Kentucky passing constitutional carry, including the bald big mouth out of Florida, the dorky looking tall guy with the glasses out of Parkland, you know, the guy that used to work for Johnson & Johnson, you know, Johnson & Johnson, Johnson & Johnson, Johnson & Johnson, you know, Johnson & Johnson. But anyway, talk about Johnson. The guy looks like a fucking Johnson. But anyway, a dorky looking Johnson. He was crying about it on social media, saying that Kentucky, oh my God, expect lots of. They act like when a state passes constitutional carry, they act like there's going to be fucking war on the street. You know, he was losing his shit. Well, I got family in Kentucky. Oh my God. Well, I'm from the great Republic of Arizona, where we had constitutional carry since 2010. And guess what? We had one incident in 2011 where a nut tried to assassinate a congresswoman, but we didn't have war on the fucking. We don't have war on the fucking streets. We're not. You know, look at Chicago. Chicago is war on the streets. Illinois doesn't have constitutional carry. Now explain that one before you run your fucking mouth. Anyway, congrats to Kentucky. Congrats to Oklahoma passing in November. 16 states. I don't think it's 16 states. I think the NRA is a little off on their facts. They said North Dakota. I'm not sure about that one. Missouri. Let me see. Vermont, which doesn't issue permits. The only state to not issue permits. But they recently passed a magazine limit for assault rifle. Well, I'm not going to say assault rifle. Semi-auto rifles. Because I'm not a liberal, so I urge the great politicians of Vermont to repeal that fucking law. But as long as you got somebody like Bernie Sanders in charge, it probably ain't going to happen. That asshole wants to become president. We got some goofballs that want to become president, don't we? This 2020. We got Pocahontas. We got the slut from California that sucked dick to get her political career. We got that fucking I don't know what from San Antonio. We got another loser out of somewhere. Out of California, I think. We got Beto O'Rourke. Can't pronounce his name. We got Andrew Young. We got a lot of losers that want to become president in 2020. This summer or next summer, when the Democratic debate happens, I'm going to watch these. I mean, it's like Ren and Stimpy versus Beavis and Butthead. It's like the fucking The Simpsons versus the Partridge Family, watching these fucking dumbasses gonna debate who wants to become the biggest loser. You know what's funny about this shit? These idiots are gonna debate. These nimrods, they're all stupid. They're gonna debate and fight each other. I say let them fight. They're all stupid. It's like putting a bunch of fucking nerds in a fucking autistic classroom giving them a bunch of brass knuckles and fucking boxing gloves and letting them go at it. So, with that being said, I'm going to watch these fucking debates. I'm going to laugh my ass off, drinking beer, eating potato chips in my trailer, in my redneck trailer, while watching this debate. I'm going to be laughing my ass off to see who becomes the number one fucking loser. And then I'm going to watch that number one fucking loser lose to Donald Trump in 2020. So, that's going to be funny as shit. So, congratulations to Kentucky. You have my respect. I think Tennessee and Texas need to get their shit together. And Georgia. 3 good conservative states. Alabama as well. South Carolina as well. South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Texas. Good conservative states that I think need to get their shit in gear. 16? Well, that number should be at 50. But as long as we have Hawaii, California, Maryland, New York, Oregon, Washington, Pennsylvania, well, and Florida, sadly, I don't know if that's going to happen. Can you imagine Florida becoming a constitutional carry state? The suicide rate in Florida, especially after Parkland, will skyrocket to a biblical level. But anyway, this is Raging Rob. Well, my opinion matters and not yours. The sexiest man alive. The sexiest conservative alive. Where I speak my mind openly with no holds barred. Minus the death threats and terrorism. I'm not afraid to speak my mind. I'm not afraid to offend people. I'm not afraid to piss people off. So that's the way it is. Go